Okay. Well, so, fishing.
Yeah.
Crazy idea. Il a travaillé dans un bateau et il congèle les poissons qu'il pêchait au Canada. Il choisit pas les trucs les plus faciles. Hein.
North Sea.
No, North Pacific. North
North?
Pacific into the Bering Sea. The Bering Sea.
Bering.
Yeah. I've seen films about this. It's big fishing and big stuff, and they pull the fish in and
It's
they have
it's
to
a
cut
big
it.
industry.
Yeah, it's really
It's
big.
over.
Ship.
Yeah, große Schiffe. Sehr groß.
Yeah, but
But
the ship I kind of entered was 120 foot long, so this is not kind of a big ship. But a schooner, it's called a schooner, so it's not that big. It wasn't king crab, salmon fishing.
King crab?
Sea salmon. No, not king crab, salmon fishing.
Some.
Salmon.
Salmon.
Halibut,
Salmon.
halibut and salmon. So stinky work, hard, stinky work, cold as hell.
Sweating
In
good.
summer, but interesting. I did it because of
How long did you do it for?
Well, period time for 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks with.
Do they pay well?
No, I was the rookie. They don't pay rookies well.
What's the rookie?
The rookie is the new guy on the boat.
Oh.
So I was the last step of the ladder.
En français, c'est le mousse.
Le mousse, oui, sans doute. Ouais.
The moose. Das kleine Arschloch.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But interesting, I learned a little bit about human characters on the boat.
And does it inspire you to write songs? Do you actually write songs, texts? Do you
Well,
write?
I'm more composed in the range. I do write poetry, but also some sort of philosophy writing. But I have the problem that basically my writing is not fitting to the music, and I'm not really a singer. I'm not able to sing.
But we can read them.
So, and yeah, the thing is, I did some writing also for screen. I mean, for myself, and also maybe writing the script for some animation movies, and so for my movies, my small semi-professional movies. So it's also a little bit about writing, and also the thing is about drawing. Yeah, making a storyboard. This is the thing. Yeah, and I ended up also working in the comic library, comic bookstore library in the Tucholsky Straße. I did this for 3 years and learned a lot about the art of comic. So telling a story with pictures and some words, or basically you can write a poem. And there's some very interesting stuff in the comic scene, even here in Berlin, but also from France. And this is a small, unique, small library for comics, and you can rent their comics. And
You can rent them.
rent them there. And it was nice. So I sat there the whole summer through. I think it was 2001. The whole summer through, I sat there reading, writing, drawing, coloring.
So you actually make your own comics? Or?
Of course, yeah. I also published 3 comic magazines called Rorschach, and
It's
together
pity
with
you
4
didn't bring any
friends.
with you.
So they're all in the library. So if you like to see them, go to the library. You're allowed to sit there and read.
Which library?
It's the comic library in the Tucholsky Straße. The comic library Renate.
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 I
It's
think
a-
I've seen this.
Yeah, it's on Tucholsky Straße,
Yeah, I've seen this.
named after the writer and poet Tucholsky, who said, "Kiss the fascist wherever you can." But basically, everyone.
And he
knows.
still has a street with his name.
Yeah.
See what it
But
means.
he was a communist. He was, yeah. Well, he had a bad ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know about.
Well, it's just this dark decade of the German history. So probably it should be another.
No, it doesn't matter. We can talk about everything. It doesn't matter whether we.
Yeah.
You can talk
No,
about everything.
talking about the street Tucholsky Straße, named after the writer and poet.
And you've written short stories also, or it's always been comics, or.
Well, for comics, I had more the line through reading books. Comics are also books. It's a very precise art, good comics is a very nice and precise art. French comics. So a lot of deluxe French comics.
Okay.
L'école belge.
Right. The Belgians.
Les Belges, c'est précis.
And also American, I mean, there's also this American off comics, you know, there's not only DC and Marvel, there's a lot of comics which is pretty much unknown in Europe, coming from US and Canada.
Yeah.
These are underground comics, and that brought me to publish also in silk printing system, doing it in 100, and then the second and the third was 200 and 300 sheets. So printing a magazine, the thing was there was no censorship. You were allowed to put anything in what you like to do, except racistic and fascistic propaganda. But comic is not really a thing for this kind. Yeah, it's a lot of really zero philosophy from the old philosophy, but yeah, we need always what we need is philosophers. Female, male.
Thinkers.
People who actually think and get a new picture, you know, combine stuff.
Society.
Yeah, and so
behavior.
So that's the thing that we all are really depending on, because in the end, then also the economy is kind of following the philosophy, and also the politics is following the philosophy, and
well, how do you see
glued
the musician
together by
then?
culture.
Yeah. How would you see the musician? Where would you place the musician?
Well, they're just kind of the glue for all these parts, you know, the artists or art itself, culture, in any paths are the glue that combines the philosophy, the politics, the economy, and the society.
Because some texts can be quite political depending on the group.
Of course, there's a lot of musicians who are philosophers,
yeah.
of course, this is not the question.
And you haven't wanted to engage yourself in that direction, like to write more political texts and maybe for a group, maybe not sing. You don't sing yourself?
The value for me in music, for me only, is I like music because of music, not to have music as a political reason. I like non-spoken music, because basically instrumental music. So that's the thing, because it's very international, because it's some sort of glue, you know, everybody's able to understand. So you start talking in a language, you have the problem that it's only a few percentage is able to understand.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the melody of the voice, or not necessarily totally the content.
But if the content is political or philosophical, then people have problems to understand and follow if they're not able to understand the language. Whatever.
Well, I think Bob Marley's pretty international and everybody's sort of got the idea.
There's always a lot of good musicians who are able to have this common sense, international common sense for everyone. But basically, if you listen to this instrumental music, even Baroque music, to modern music, experimental music, the thing is you can dance to it, and this is universal. So this is also a thing that you can dance to music, you know?
Yeah.
Which is nice to do, because everyone is able to. But to understand really philosophical order or implicated in a song or in a composition, not everyone is able to follow. So then the thing is to buy a book, the translation in your language, and read it.
Yes, of course.
So, and listen to music while reading it. That's a good mix.
You like classical music then?
Of course, I like all kind of music. In this case, I'm open for everything.